Good morning, good afternoon, good night, wherever you're watching. Welcome to the Geelong Zone, our watch-along, our 8-hour stream watch-along. Actually, it might even be more than that. Might be a 10-hour stream. Our planned watch-along for South Australia versus New South Wales. We're 1 for 21. We also have got the Geelong stream coming up. Also, at the end of this game, we will take breaks, and I'll take a lunch break. I'm on 4 hours of sleep because I did a video late last night. But I'm up for this. And as far as South Australia goes, we need runs. Fuck's sake! Are you fucking kidding me, man? I just start the fucking stream and we lose a fucking wicket. Fucking hell. Clean bowl was actually a pretty good ball, to be fair. Mick Andrew, our night watchman, but fucking hell, what a disaster to start the stream. An early wicket. Because we sent in a night watchman because Travis went late last night. He got out late. And we sent out a night watchman. And that is a hell of a fucking start. What a way to start the stream. The first ball I start the stream and we lose a wicket. The fucking state of that. I should have stayed in bed. I might actually fall asleep during this stream. I'm so tired. However, I've got some drinks to get me through it. My scoreboard. Where's my scoreboard? Oh, fuck off. Hunt. There's got to be some other way I can get a scoreboard going without manually typing it in. Got to be a way. It's got to be a way. At least McSweeney's not going to get a duck this game. Well, he might. He could get it in the second innings. But not today. Oh, that's a dangerous shot. So Queensland, this is a big game for both teams because if Queensland win, this result means absolutely nothing. But Queensland are 5 for 75, chasing 200. So that is a very good result for us. Good result for New South Wales. Good result for Tasmania. So destiny is out of our hands. We just have to keep on winning. Oh. How about this? You can use an ABS program to update scoreboard. I'm not sure how it works though. Well, I might have to actually look into that per se. Because I need to do it for footy's actually easier because you get a break, you get a break, like you get a 20-30 second break in between goals. And so same with the points. Like if someone kicks a point, you know they're not going to score a goal in 15 seconds. So unless they turn the ball over from half back. So it's very easy in footy. But cricket's a little bit different because you constantly have to update the scoreboard, especially if a spinner is on. So that's why I wait till the end of the over because I used to do it every ball and that was too stressful for me. But I'll definitely look into that program. Look at that beautiful. Look at that streak. behind Carlton Oval in Adelaide. Wish I was there. Wish I was there. Oh, edge, well fielded there. Big Charlie Stobo. I would actually be, if I was living not here, I'd be actually at this game, watching this, streaming this, probably streaming this live on the ground. It's a free entry because there's only a little picket fence surrounding the oval, so you can just walk in. For the Sheffield Shield final where they played it there, they had portable gates, like high portable gates around, so you have to pay $10 per day. But apart from that, it is free entry. There's no entry. You just walk up to the picket fence. It's a ground that is, it's a public ground. So they block off the pitch so people don't run on there with their dogs. And it's just common sense. It's just, people just don't do it. So people just don't do it. So I was watching yesterday, and there's a good point made that it's surprisingly how well these pitches are maintained, despite people coming on the ground, walking their dogs. But just common sense, they just stay away from the pitch. So it's in the heart of the city. It's Adelaide Oval and Carlton Oval is probably about 15-20 minute walk, a 5-minute by car. Adelaide Oval was on one side of the city. Carlton Oval is on the other side of the city. It is not that far. I walk it heaps and heaps of times. From the train station to Carlton Oval is a 10-minute walk or a 5-minute tram. Take your pick, or a bus. But I just walk it. So easy. You're just walking in one straight line. Oh, beats Hunt. That's a poor shot by Hunt. That was a nothing shot. Almost found the edge. So you go outside the train station, you turn right, and you walk one straight line for 1K, and that's Carlton Oval where this game's been played. You just have to walk in one straight line, and you're there. Adelaide Oval is about the same. You got the back. There's two ways you can go. The front way where you cross the bridge, and then the back way where you go right around. Past Elder Parkway, you just cut the bridge. It's a 5-minute walk again. So it makes Adelaide so good. Everything is close by. Everything is close by. And across the road from Carlton Oval, which is here, is a McDonald's and a KFC. I know that very well, trust me. Just across the road, literally across the road, because there's a big main road that separates the other side of the street to this ground. There's a KFC and a McDonald's there. See, when I went to the Shield final last year, why would you, because they did have portable food stands, which is good. But why would you pay $15 for a piece of chicken and chips when you go to KFC and get 10 wicked wings for $11? Doesn't make sense. Oh, it's good bowling by Hatchett. Leading wicket taker for New South Wales in the Shield. A lot of infrastructure. When you come to Adelaide, you'll see a lot of infrastructure, a lot of buildings that are being built, or halfway completed. Excited for today's game. I'm excited for the Geelong game today. Oh, almost an edge there. This is good bowling by Hatchett. Hunt got squared up. Inside edge, but just short of gully. .444. It's a battle. It's an absolute battle. This pitch looks very good, but it was hard to get your eye in, but when you did, you made runs. A good bouncer at the end of the over there. No score, no need to update the scoreboard because there's been 2 maidens in a row. There's no need to do that. So yeah, we lost Travis Head late. I'm not sure why. I'm not sure why we didn't use a night watchman for Travis Head, but we did for McSweeney. So it's another good bull. Another good bull by Abbott. People, as far as seating goes at Carlton Rolton Oval, because it's a public oval, you bring your own seats. You bring your own camping chairs. You put your drink in the camping chair and you enjoy the rest of the day. You've got shaded areas. You've got big trees, a bit like Adelaide Oval. You've got trees on the hill areas. And below the slope of the hill area, you've got all flowers and plants and weeds and whatnot. The snake pit, where the snakes live. Oh, McSweeney's left a straight ball. Oh, the umpire says not out. What the fuck is he thinking? Left it alone. It came straight back in, and umpire gives you every chance to give you out. Oh, this has to be looked at. This has to be looked at. We'll get to that question in a second. Oh, that's the only thing that has saved McSweeney was the height. Because that came seaming and he left it alone. That was absolute plumb in line. But the height saved him. Goodness gracious me, what is wrong with him? Looking forward to open line tonight. Might call in if I have something to add. Absolutely, you can call in. Yeah, that's fine. No need for face. There's no need for face. If you want to show your face, you show your face. If you want to audio only, you do audio only. There's no need. There's no need to show face. Doesn't matter. We'll put anybody on, as long as you're sensible. As long as you're sensible. That's rich coming from me. But no, that's completely fine. This is talkback. My preview is, what the fuck do I keep saying preview? My review is like talkback. So you have your say. We'll talk about things and you say what you want. The program, as what radio announcers say, the program is yours. You're welcome to speak. It does not matter. I think we'll have a couple of people tonight. We'll have Kiri. So you know, we'll have some fam cams up. Oh, an edge, no ball called. Drop short anyway. Yeah, looking forward to tonight. Everybody has a face for radio. Everybody. Leave your camera off. Come in, have your say. It's like talkback radio. Oh, McSweeney plays a huge drive and he almost chops it on. He'll get a single. And finally, I can update the scoreboard. Oh. Well, I've got 2 for 21. It's 2 for 26. Either way, we're in the shit. What else is new? Right, what's Queensland up to? 5 for 78. Okay. He's on. Every boy looks like he's gonna get fucking out, McSweeney. I was gonna start a podcast called Cancel Me Now. A no hold back chat show, but never got around to it. Oof. I don't like the sound of that already. No, I've done this for a while. This channel's new, but I've actually got my own cricket channel. That's 4. That's a good shot, McSweeney. That's 4. See you later. No, I have a cricket channel, and people say, "Well, why are you posting on your cricket channel?" The problem is, it's a co-host, so I'm a co-host of that channel. Link will be in the description below. And so far, it is T20 because the T20 World Cup is on. I'm not keen on doing any videos, so the co-host is doing the videos at this point in time. So and he wants it to be nothing but T20 crap. And then when T20 is finished, he wants it to be IPL crap. So, and plus going live on the cricket channel, I said this last night, I don't want 100 people in my stream. As crazy as that sounds, because I cannot read every single comment that is in below if you have 100 people in the stream. So I'd rather just be 10 or 9, 8. So I can read the opinions. I can put the opinions on the screen compared to 100 people. I wouldn't like that, to be honest, because at the end of the day, it's for your entertainment. This stream, these streams I do is for entertainment, and your say is just as important as what I say. So it doesn't matter what I say. No ball. In New South Wales, both bowlers are struggling with their front foot here. It's another no ball. And that means I can update the scoreboard again. I got to add that 4 in, but it doesn't matter what I say. I just do shows. What's McSweeney on 8? What I care about is what people come on and have their opinions. I don't use it for anything else. There we go. Oh, he falls over a bit there. McSweeney, he misses that. He's dead out. So yeah, I did a stream once a couple of years ago, and I had 100, 200 people in. I did an IPL stream, and I don't care about IPL. And there's just the messages are just relentless. I just couldn't do it. Well, nothing abusive, nothing abusive. But I wanted to post every single comment out. You just can't do that. So, I'd rather just 10 people. 10 people. Oh, great shot, McSweeney. That's 4 more. But I don't mind if 1 million people want to watch me. That's fine. But when it comes to chat, I just one comment every 10 or 20 seconds so I can pin the comment and say it. I don't know how that's going to work if you've got 100 people watching your stream and you're calling play-by-plays and someone has to wait every 10 seconds to post a comment. I don't know how that's going to go, but just how I prefer it. Just 10 people commenting. I can read the comment, I can post it, and that's it. Controversial take. I think, and this is not aimed at anybody, not aimed at anyone. This is just general. a general take. I think people that do streams, people that do content, can be arrogant. They can be really, really arrogant. They can ignore people deliberately as long as they get fame. They don't give a shit what people say. They don't give a shit about the comments. You know, I don't think like that. I don't care if I get one person or a million. You know, I want to hear as much feedback from other people as possible when I'm doing these. That's why I try to get guests in. That's why I try to get people in on my shows every week. Because I want to hear what they say. No, I can do this for 100 days in a row. No, it doesn't matter what I think. I want to hear what other people think. And I think some streamers, YouTubers, just don't give a fuck about that. They just, as long as they get their money. See, I got told that, Lucas, you should let people put money in, and no, I don't want that. Anyone that donates me money, they can donate me money and they'll get kicked for life. They will never be welcomed. I don't do it for money. Now, if you're offering a luxury apartment in the city, now maybe that's a different story. But not $1 million. Did you see the new Geelong jerseys, white one? Yes. I haven't actually made a comment on those. I might wait till... Oh, fuck it. I like the white one. What I don't like... Have I still... Oh, I've got it in the other room. I don't like the badge below the Ford logo. I really don't like that. I don't like that at all. But as far as the general jersey goes on, another no ball. That's his first ball, and he's bowled a no ball. They're really struggling with their no balls here in New South Wales. The white jersey is fantastic. I don't mind it. It would be nice if we could actually win this time. The Indigenous jersey I like, but I think it's similar for the one a couple of years ago, in my opinion. The Anzac one I don't like. I think that looks stupid. I don't like that design at all. So, and that's fine. Not everyone likes jerseys or whatnot, but the one for me, my favorite. LBW too high though. We saw this 2 weeks ago when South Australia played New South Wales and Sydney, with the keeper standing up to the stumps against Charlie Sobo, and he did really well, Charlie. So hopefully South Australia have adjusted to that. Look, the best Anzac Day jersey for me is when they had the soldier on their jersey on the side, or kind of their front side. I really love that design. I think that was very, very well done. But yeah, I'm not a fan of this year's Anzac Day jersey, to be fair. As far as would you buy one? Probably not. Would you buy the white hot one? Probably would. Would you buy the Indigenous one? Probably not, because I've got one that's similar to that. The one a couple of years ago with that blue and the painted dots. So I think it's very similar to a couple of years ago. But I like it. I do like it. The general jerseys, the badge, I don't know why the logo is on top and the badge is below. I don't understand that. Oh, inside edge. Is that a drop there by the keeper? Standing up to the stumps. He's not disappointed. There's no one hands in head. So I think that was just a play and a miss. Should add Australia flag to the Anzac journey and show some more symbolic. Well, yeah, maybe, but at the same time, I don't. So they've got leaves. They've got kind of leaves on each side. I need to look at if you can tell me the context of the leaves, but I don't find that Anzac Day-ish. I don't get that. But having said that, I haven't seen the context of that. With the Indigenous jersey, every dot is a story. So I don't know what the story is with the leaves on the Anzac Day. So if anyone can tell me that, so I can have a better knowledge, that'd be nice. But I don't get it. No, the Indigenous jersey, Charlie Sturbo comes in. Oh, his time drive. Every little dot, every line, every circle is a story. And that's fantastic. But what's the story of the leaves? So I don't understand that. When they had the soldier a few years ago, you knew the story, the soldier. You didn't have to second guess. So I need that in context. And maybe I can understand it more, but yeah, I don't get it. I don't like it. I think the Essendon one is really good. Is really, really good. He's elite. I like that one. I haven't seen all of it. Well, I've only seen really Essendon, Geelong. I haven't even seen Collingwood. But with the bomber design, I really like that. I really like that design. And this year we have multiple games of on Anzac Day. So including that Geelong game at Adelaide Oval against Port Adelaide. Yes, I will be going to that one. So yeah, Australian flag. Well, if we're going to be in the Olympics, yeah, you're going to have to put that flag on that jersey. Oh, fuck's sake! What the fucking fuck is that shot, McSweeney? And he's caught down leg side! Holy fuck! You're kidding! It was one of the worst balls ever. It was a nothing ball down leg side and he's nicked it! You're kidding, man! Absolute joker! Holy fuck! What is fucking wrong with this dude? Should have stayed in fucking bed. Fucking bullshit. Down leg side. It wasn't even like down leg side. It was a mile down leg side. And he edges it to the fucking keeper. Bullshit. Now we're in fucking trouble. Now we are in all sorts of trouble. Unbelievable. Of all the fucking ways. Liam Hatcher's wicket-taking season. Oh, it's just a terrible shot. It's just ridiculous. It was not like there's down leg side and there's down leg side and wide. Look at that! He bowls the same ball and Senga hits him for 4. The exact same ball down leg side and he hits him for 4. Fuck's sake, that's the same ball. And 4 runs. And McSweeney edges it to the keeper. I can't believe that. I can't believe that just happened. It's much better line. But yeah, they're going to have to add the Australian flag if they're going to play in the Olympics. How ridiculous is that? What are we going to play? We're going to play fucking Sweden in a group match. What's it going to be? 581 to fucking 2? How absolute ridiculous. I don't know where this guy gets his fucking ideas, man. I think it'd be better. I've got an idea. If you're going to have the Olympics and you want AFL in there, I'd rather have an international rule series. Now, your gold medal match will be probably Ireland versus Australia. But I'd rather see an international rule series than AFL. Like, seriously. Don't know what goes through people's heads when they come up with this. Really don't know. I need a haircut. Oh, it's an LBW shout, but that's high. Not getting a haircut until Geelong win 5 games in a row. Well, I'm not going to get a haircut until Redbacks win 5 games in a row. I'll never fucking get a haircut if I do that. The way we're going this year. Not cutting my hair until Geelong win 5 games in a row. Well, that's not going to happen because I'm getting a haircut. I cut my own hair, so I was thinking of getting a man bun. So I've got like it's very long, but I'm growing impatient now because I'm actually losing hair. So like excess hair that you grow and you lose it. So I'm not going to do that. So I'll probably give a haircut in the next couple of weeks. Last time I had a haircut was in June, back in June. So it takes too long, doesn't it? It takes too long. I like fingernails where you're going to have to cut them every 3-4 weeks. Oh, wow. Hunt goes for a huge drive and almost drops on. He is 4 from 56. He is 4 from 56 balls. And we dropped a player that scored 50 a couple of weeks ago against the same team, McInerney. Well, not McInerney, Harvey McKenzie. So yeah, no haircut until Geelong win 5 games. But yeah, okay, we'll see. So with that little delay, sorry, little pause of the video. No, I won't do that. I won't be doing that. It's just a great view of the city, isn't it? It's a great view. So all the shops. Yes, hallelujah, Henry Hunt. Welcome to the day. 4 runs. Welcome to the party, mate. 50 fucking 8 balls. Hallelujah. All right, what is Queensland doing? We'll wait. It's only 2 balls left. We'll go to the Queensland game. Yeah, well played, Hunt. Now he decides to play some shots. Gets a single. Good over by South Australia. This 5 off it so far. So yeah, we will take breaks. We'll take a 5-minute drinks break. We will take 40-minute lunch break. And then another drinks break and then a tea break. And then When the shield ends, it'll be an hour break. Then we'll go into the Geelong stream. Because I also want my lunch. Tell you what, though. Another 4 to Henry Hunt. Well done. What I tell you, you know what the biggest scam is? The biggest scam of all time is 2-minute noodles. It's 2-minute noodles. Biggest scam of all time. It does not take 2 minutes. It does not take 5 minutes. It doesn't even take 10 minutes. I did a watch-along a few weeks ago, and they had their tea break, so that's a 15-minute break. And I thought, you know what, I'm gonna make noodles in the meantime. Oh, what the fuck are you doing running that? Almost a mix-up and a direct hit. He is out of here. Oh, Sanger took fucking 20 business days to move. Let's see. Oh, he's fucking gone if he hits. Fuck me. Fucking Hunt was halfway down the pitch before fucking Sanger responded. Oh, good shot, Sanger. Oh, I was going to say good shot, Sanger. It was a good shot. It hit the stumps on the other side of the pitch. So yeah, I cooked during the tea break. I thought, you know, I'm going to cook 2-minute noodles here, the fusion, the magic fusion, hot and spicy. 2-minute noodles, and it took anything but 2 fucking minutes. Because I came in to the watch-along, and the first over was already been bowled. So I have a unique one. Well, it may not be unique. I don't know. You have to tell me in the comments. People have to tell me in the comments. Good shot, seeing it. Can't beat the fielder. So I've got a little bowl, little bowl, like a plastic bowl with a lid, and it's got like a switch on the top where you let in the steam, where you let it off. So what I do, I put the packet, like empty the packet into the bowl. I boil kettle water, and then I put the boiled kettle water in the bowl. So I don't actually use a stovetop. Now, it literally does take 5 minutes. That takes 5 minutes. And then I add the sachets later on. So I drain the water, because it comes with a drainer. It comes with a little right drainer. I drain the water, and then I put the sachets in, then I mix it. Problem is, oh, I thought that just short. I thought he edged it. It was just short. Just short. So the problem is, I actually was cooking mac and cheese. So to go with my noodles, which requires a stovetop, because you've got to put in the water, put in the milk. And that says 5 minutes on the plate, on the little packet. Does not take 5 minutes. It takes 5 minutes when you get it in there, but you have to wait for the water to boil. Oh, look at that helicopter. There's a fire rescue helicopter on Top of that building. That is fantastic. Look at that. That is great camera work. That's fantastic camera work there. So at the back of this oval, when you cross the road, there's a hospital there. So it's a great shot. So yeah, the water didn't take 5 minutes. It took fucking 10, 15 minutes. Yeah, when you get the soup in, when you mix it all and it comes together, yeah, it takes 5 minutes. But they don't add the water, do they? They just say, well, when you put it in the water, it takes 5 minutes or it takes 2 minutes. That's what it doesn't tell you. It's the biggest scam. It scams you. You think you're going to get noodles in 2 minutes? You're no chance. You've got no chance. Yes, it takes 2 minutes. You know, when you get it in the hot water, yeah, it goes quick. But you got no chance of having a 2 minute meal. You have to wait for the water. Now Henry Hunt. Henry Hunt's on T20 mode. He said, no, I've had enough of it. What was he on? 4 of 51 balls. He's gone 10 runs off the next 10. Theoretically. I'm rounding it up. But no, 2 minute noodles is a scam. It's good bowling. Oh, Jesus. Whoa. Jeez, lost my camera. We got dizzy for a sec. We got dizzy. I thought you would say renewable energy is the biggest scam, which I'd agree. Renewable energy. Well, wow, if we want to go there, let's talk about this. So they say, oh, geez, my camera. Why is my camera falling? Right, stay there. Don't move. Stay. Sobo comes in. Oh, beats the edge. Good take. Well, on renewable energy, you know what else is a scam? Is solar battery. No, hear me out. Hear me out. Hear me out. Oh, sorry, solar power. Solar power on your ceiling. Hear me out. Now, that's all good. I want solar power myself. But in order to be efficient, you've got to have a battery. So you can have as many solar power as you want. Yep, you know, reduces price, which it does. But when I think about solar, why is my camera on an angle? There we go. When I think about solar power, I'm thinking, right, you can turn off your electricity box and run off the solar panels. That's not the case. You can't do that. You need to have an off-the-grid system, which costs thousands of dollars. So you're paying thousands of thousands for a solar panel, and you can't even go off-grid. You still have to use your own electricity. And I thought solar panels were supposed to be about turning off your electricity running off solar. So when it's sunny, dropped in the slips. And for 4, it's short and wide. That's how Sanger plays. Anything short and wide, he will go after. Dropped. Actually, it wasn't even short and wide. It was a good ball, actually, good length ball. He played it on the drive. Oh, just wide of gully, because the keeper is up to the stumps. So I thought solar panel was about going off grid, but you can go off grid. Turn off your electricity box. When the sun is on the solar panels, you're running that at night. So you're using that energy at night. But that's not the case. You've got to have a battery, and then you've got to have a off-the-grid system, which costs thousands of dollars. That is the biggest scam. That has to be the biggest scam. Surely that's a scam. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe that's how they did it, but they've always done it. Of course, they've always done it like that, you know. But for many, many years, I had the impression that solar power was going off grid. So, and then I realised, you know, this was a few years ago. So I've always known that you got to have a battery in an off-the-grid system. But I thought solar power was all about going off system, but you've got to have everything else with it. So yeah, you're saving money if you go off the grid if you go off the grid, not use electricity box here, you can cut your electricity bill to $50 a month. But at what price? You know, you're spending thousands, like tens and thousands of dollars just to get the material. So people don't have that money. People just don't have that money. But yeah, renewable energy, yeah. Coal and greenhouse gases. What happened to the greenhouse gas program? What happened to that? We made such a big deal on that. What happened? We don't believe in greenhouse gases anymore? Is it something else? Is it coal? Is it the mining? Is it smoke and mirrors? What happened to that? But yes, I do agree to that. I do agree that renewable energy is a big scam. Good shot, Senga. That was a much better shot in control, but won't reach the boundary. Change your bowler. Hadley. 100% fun face, the biggest battery in the world is in SA. Yes, that is completely true. We've spent millions and millions of dollars on a battery. Where is that battery? Where is that battery? You might have to look it up. And it can only power Adelaide for 2 hours. We still need, it's in the Barossa. It's actually in the Barossa, I think, if I'm not mistaken. It's actually in, or was it past the Barossa and Whyalla? Oh, down goes Hadley. Down goes the bowler. That's a big fall. That is not a little fall. That is a big fall. So what's happened here? Oh, twist of an ankle. Dear, oh dear. He looks okay, which is good. That's where the stud doesn't connect well with the ground. And it sticks in the ground, and you can do a lot of ankle damage. Thankfully, he is okay. He's a good bowler, Hadley. Big, tall bowler. And he bowls a right bouncer. So, yeah, I think the battery's either in the Barossa or down near Whyalla, yeah. Hansdale Power Reserve. There you go. There you go. And it can only, yeah, we spent millions and millions of dollars on that battery. And it can only power Adelaide for 2 hours. Yeah. What a scam. I'm all for going battery. I'm all for that. But it's a scam. Doesn't work. It's not, it works, but it's not the, you know, how do I metaphor this? How do I metaphor this? It's like having a wine. The rate it pours out a 1939 Chatelaire. Is it Chatelaire? That's $10,000. And out comes a $49 red. It's not. You get the metaphor. It's good, but it's not what you expecting. It's still good. $49 wine is still. He's down again, the bowler. That is now twice he has gone down, and he is coming off. He might be getting his shoe changed. It's drinks anyway. 3 for 60. So yeah, you're still getting good red wine, but it's not the $10,000 bottle that you wanted. And that's what I see with battery. I think it's fine. It's good. Solar panel, but it's not what you expect. You know, if you're going to put millions and millions of dollars into a battery, and it can only power Adelaide for 2 hours, really? Not good enough. And I like solar power. I got solar power lights everywhere in my backyard. You know, I like solar power, but you have to pay thousands of dollars to buy the panels. Realize you can't go off grid unless you get a battery and an off grid system. More hundreds of thousands, well, not hundreds, but more tens of thousands of dollars. So I got a quote with a battery and off the grid system and solar panels for 15 solar panels. It came to $45,000. $45,000. So for the whole panels, as I said, a battery and a off the grid system, $45,000. You are kidding. You are kidding. That is not good. That is not good. Like, this is a new built home. This is, you know, I fucking waited 2 years for this fucking thing to be built. This build cost me $450 plus. This build. And I haven't even got a single solar power panel on my ceiling. We're going to take a short drinks break. We'll be back in 3 minutes. Right, we're back from the drinks break. That was the quickest 3 minutes in the history of time. Oh, good shot, Sanger. That's 4. WA have Queensland. Hello, Fitzbastard. W have, that is exactly what I want to hear. I know that Marnashane scored a duck. That made me very happy indeed. However, he's not a bad captain, Marnus, as strange as he is. He's not a bad captain. He did captain them to the Sheffield final last year. And destiny's in their hands, so we'll see. But that is what, well, for New South Wales as well. I don't really care about what New South Wales do, but good news for New South Wales, good news for Tasmania, good news for South Australia. Good news indeed. I know Victoria are not doing well themselves. Well, there's no Scott Boland, so they haven't played Scott Boland, and so they rested him. We get Carey for the rest of the season because he doesn't play that fucking IPL crap. But that is what we want to hear. This game will mean nothing if Queensland win. It means absolutely nothing. Oh, LBW shout a bit high. A bit high. Now, if Queensland lose and we draw, that does help us because we overtake them. So I prefer a win. But they're in trouble at the moment, Queensland. Nice is not. They haven't got Michael Neser. They haven't got that Tom Stracker. I don't think he's playing as well. They're in they were in a similar position. Like I didn't see their game, but I was keeping an eye on the score, and they were in the same position as what South Australia were. So what New South Wales were. They were around the 6 for 170. They managed to bowl out WA a lot less than what we did, so they picked up more bonus points in their bowling. But that's good news that they're struggling with the bat. And Marnus got another duck. Marnus. I don't know why he's playing Test cricket. Well, WA are playing kids, aren't they? They've got a young kid on debut. I know Joel Parrish is a great swing bowler. Joel Parrish. I think he should have been playing Test cricket, in my opinion. If you want a natural swing bowler, Joel Parrish is very good. He's not quick at all, but he's James Anderson pace. But he's a wonderful swing bowler. Joel Parrish has been heavily affected by injury the last couple of years, but he should have been playing for Australia. But I know they're playing a young kid as well, so that's a good run. That's runs there by Hunt. He's starting to pick up the pace. Fuck me, he's 4 off 51. And he's gone 19 from 66. Almost like we're playing for a draw. It's almost like we are playing for a draw. But they know what's going on in Queensland. Or that game is up in Queensland, actually. And they've said, you know what, we're just going to take our time. If we draw it and they lose, it helps us. If we draw it and New South Wales draw, it helps us. It's almost like that. Run rate isn't that high. Sanger by nature is a very aggressive player, so he'll always keep the scoreboard ticking. Same with Jake Lehman, same with Alex Carey, same with Ben Menenti. So I don't think there should be too much problems with the run rate when at least one of them's out there. But thank you, Fitz Bastard. I wonder if you will make an approach on my review show, my fan cams. I wonder if you'll do that. Be nice to have you in. We've got Kiri coming in. Kiri's in the Gold Coast. Kiri landed in the Gold Coast this morning. I haven't responded to his post. Sorry, Kiri, if you're watching. But he's there. He's in his little hotel room. I wish I was there. I had tickets to go to that game. I was going to go to that game, but financially speaking, it was either that or Gather Round. And with all due respect, I'm not giving up Gather Round. I have to wait a whole. So at the end of Gather Round, I have to wait a whole year for that, and I'm not fucking giving that up. That's why we need 2 weeks of it. I'd like to see a front end of Gather Round and a back end. So I'd actually move Gather Round to March. April for me is too cold. We got lucky last year. We got so lucky last year with Gather Round in April, mid-April. It was the middle of a 30-degree heat wave. It was beautiful, absolutely beautiful. I'm guessing we won't get that. We'll get 20s, 19s, 21s. It would not be as hot. I reckon it should be moved to March. I don't think we'll get lucky this time. I don't think we'll get a 30-degree weather anomaly. LBW shout, that's a high for me. We won't get that 30-degree heat wave anomaly in April this year, I don't think. But I would love if we did. So I'd have a Gather Round in March. I would have a Gather Round in September. Well, sorry, August. The later years of the round. So the later rounds of the year. So probably between round 20 and 21, I'd have a Gather Round, and rounds 2 to 3, I'd have a Gather Round. So round 3 would be my Gather Round. I'd move that a couple of weeks. And then round 22 would be another gather round. I'd love to see that. I'd really love to see that. But that's just me. MotoGP. We've got MotoGP. I'll tell you what. Talk about an absolute scam. No, I used to love MotoGP. I used to love it more. I love it. Let me do the scoreboard. There we go. F1 died for me when Schumacher and Alonso retired. Well, Alonso's not retired, but for me, peak F1, nicely bold. Peak F1 was around 97 to 2005. That era of racing, amazing. Who the hell was going to stop Schumacher? Who the hell was going to do that? Williams, when they had Williams back then. Honda. 2005, a little French car driven by Fernando Alonso came in, changed the world, changed F1 forever. Who's going to stop the might of Ferrari, the might of Schumacher? A little French Renault car. Renault. Now, when you think about European powerhouses, you don't really think about Renault. You think about BMW, Mercedes, Audi. Alonso comes in, beats the might of Ferrari in a little Renault. Are you kidding me? And it's not. Look, I've said this about F1 repeatedly. I hate the driver assists. That ruins it for me. But I get it. It's say we don't want people dying in cars, so we're going to have to make it safer for the drivers. I get that. But by doing that, I think it's too much car that's driving and not the person. You know, back in those eras in 2000 and the early 2000s, late 90s, there was hardly any safety features. And it's a shame that we lost Senna. Shame we lost other drivers. But you know, I get it. I get it. You have to protect drivers, but at the same time, you're sacrificing driver skill. Hamilton. Put Hamilton in the Renault car that Alonso drives. I don't think he even gets top 10 for the championship in that car. No. Verstappen. You know, I don't. For when he won those championships, everyone was saying, "Oh, it's the car. It's the car." Who's that fucking? I might be wrong about this. I don't know if there's any F1 fanboys in here. Didn't Hamilton, when he was winning championships, didn't Hamilton miss the race and they had a rookie driver take over and he made pole, or he made second on the grid or something? And then he was actually going to win that race and he had a mechanical failure. I could be completely wrong with that. But I remember reading a news that a rookie driver took over Hamilton's car in an F1 race. And he took either pole or came second. And he was leading the race and he had an engine failure. A mysterious engine failure. Which proved it was the car, not the driver. And that just fucks it for F1. With MotoGP, it's the same bike, but with more advanced technology. It's you know, brake, and that's out. Oh, just short Hunt. Oh, that was a hunt of a shot. But with MotoGP, it's the same bike for hundreds of years. Yeah, the CCs might go up and down. The braking might improve over time, but there's no added things. There's no increased safety measures. There's no increased like things that affect the bike, you just ride it. And that rivalry of Casey Stoner and Valentino Rossi and Jorge Lorenzo and currently Marc Marquez, that it's a shame that people are not interested into MotoGP as they were. It's a shame that everyone loves F1 because with MotoGP, you get the best out of the rider, not the bike. Best out of the rider. Okay, and sure, Ducati, Yamaha, Honda. No, yeah, they blow everyone away because their bike's better. Yeah, okay, I'll get that. But as far as riding the bike, it's the same. It's down to the rider. Good shot. Oh, it's 4. Don't even bother, save your legs. So that's why I prefer MotoGP over F1. Now there's no Rossi, Stoner, Jorge Lorenzo rivalry is being dominated by Marc Marquez, which makes it a little bit disappointing when you have one rider dominating everything. But he's Marc Marquez is just in a league of his own. Absolute league of his own. What he did last year for Ducati was probably one of the greatest ever seasons in the history of MotoGP. He won the championship with I think 6 races to go, which is unheard of. Even Rossi, when Stoner won his 2 championships, it's 4 more. Good shot. Anything wide, anything short and wide, Senga will go for it. But it is sad when it's not when you got one rider dominating. But at least it's rider skill. It's a good session. This is good. With F1, it's too much car. Too much car. But I get it because F1's a bit more crowded than MotoGP. But it'd be interesting to see the street race. It's the first ever street race in the history of MotoGP. And before the organiser, this is the new circuit next year in Adelaide. So basically, it's a hybrid, the Clipsal, the V8 Supercar Clipsal circuit. Couple of streets are the same, but they've mixed it up. So, in fact, it might actually be the same. It might the Conrad Straight is actually the same. So the big straight line between turn 3 and 5, I believe, is the same. So when a supercar, they go over 300 k's per hour. And it's been panned by riders who say it's too dangerous, cannot do street circuits on these tyres. But we'll see. We'll have to see how they do it, because they've got to put sand traps everywhere, because you can't have riders splitting into a wall. Then you will get a lot of deaths. So, but yes, I'll be going to that for sure, because I don't think we'll have it for very long. Jacinta Allen was not keen. Well, not keen. She wasn't interested in signing MotoGP at all. Hence why they lost their contract. If you don't bid for it. But I have a feeling when she loses, the next premier would want that race back. So I don't think we'll have it for very long. 3 for 80. 3 for 80, not 3 for 77. It also helps if I need to get a laptop done. I can't do it with this phone. We are 1 hour in. So in half an hour we'll take a 40-minute break. So for 40 minutes, I will leave the stream. Hopefully the stream doesn't end. If it does end, I will make a new stream. Good shot, Stenger. Can't beat the field at mid-on. He's going. See, this is why I need a scoreboard. Three for 80. End of the over. That scoreboard looks pretty good to me. Henry Hunt, 20 off 72. Head, 5 off 12. McAndrew, the tail ender, 9 off 21, who was a night watchman. Night watchman for Mick Sweeney, but not a night watchman for Travis Head. Didn't make sense to me. Made no sense to me that. Why would you have a night watchman for Mick Sweeney, but not Travis Head? Maybe Travis Head didn't want one, but it was costly. Good shot, Hunt. That is 4 on the pads. And straight into the esky. If you do go to a live Shield game, you'll see a lot of eskies around, specifically placed eskies for fielders that fine leg, deep square leg, and fine leg. Yeah, I said fine leg. Yeah, so fine leg, deep square leg, and you'll see one at deep cover, and they'll stay there all day. You'll see the staff put ice in them constantly, especially if it's a hot day, and they'll put drinks in there. And if a fielder is fielding down at that position, they'll just go off the ground momentarily, take a drink, and get back on the ground. It's amazing what you see at a Shield game when you actually go, the amount of substitutes there are. There's plays going on and off every fucking ball. Incredible. I watched a game. I went to the Queensland game before the week before we moved down here to the Barossa. Fucking hell, every single over there's players coming off the field. Oh no, mix up! Mix up, he's gone, he misses! Holy absolute fuck! Both decided to meet down the middle and they just gave up, and is that Sam Constas has blown his lines. So they say yes, no, yes. They come to the middle. They don't even bother running. They gave up. That would have been interesting to see who would have been ran out because they were both on the same line. It was actually Sean Abbott. Sorry to Sam Constas. Sean Abbott had 3 stumps to hit. He missed every single one, and that would have been interesting to see who was actually out because they were both on the line. We probably would have had to go to a third umpire. We might have had to go to the KO coverage for that one. But that is poor running between wickets. They just came together in the middle and stopped. It was a yes, no, yes, and then they just stopped. That's a big let off. Big let off. So whose fault was that? So Hunt was the batsman. He made the call. Sanger started to run. Hunt said no. Sanger kept going. Then Hunt said, "Oh well, I better go." Then they stop in the middle. They stop in the middle of the pitch, and Abbott had 3 stumps to throw, and he blew his lines. That was poor cricket. That's poor fielding by Abbott by not hitting the stumps there, and poor running between wickets. And we got away with it. And I'm not sure who would have been out because they were both literally together. So whoever's closest to the crease is the one that determines who's out. And they were both together in the same line. So good luck with that one. We might have had to go to the KO footage. Nicely fielded. So that would have been very interesting. And whoever it would have been extremely disappointed. Here's again by Sean Abbott. Oh, gee, he wasn't even close. He had 3 stumps. He had 3 stumps to aim at. He was literally straight. It's actually quite comical, actually, how Sanger and Hunt just stopped in the middle of the pitch. Oh, bouncer! Wow. Up to the stump. The keeper's up to the stumps there, and Stobo's bowled a bouncer. It was nicely played by Henry Hunt there. That did surprise him. There is a fielder out there, but it bounces well short of that. But that did surprise him. It surprised Josh Phillip, the keeper. Did not expect that. And down leg side, the keeper is up to the stumps. And that will go for 4. Wow, if he was back there, that would have been out. That's a genuine edge. Because the keeper is up to the stumps, he cannot get to it. And in fact, that's not even runs. They've signaled, oh, that is very harsh on the bowler. Gave it 4 byes. Gave it 4 byes. That is awful for the bowler. Sorry, awful for the keeper. Actually, sorry, my bad. But if he was back, he probably would have saved that. No ball, another no ball. Right, let's have while the batsman's running between balls here, I want to see what's going on in the Queensland game. This bastard said they're on the ropes, Queensland, and they are. 6 for 91. Chasing 210. They are on the ropes. Wowee. That Richard Shelley is a good bowler, actually. He's a very good domestic bowler. Though he didn't really impress in India. They had a tour of India. Senga edged it. Oh, just over the slips. What's happened there? In fact, it just goes between first and second slip. What has happened there? That should have been absolute out. They're too far apart. And it goes to 4. That was nicely bowled there by Charlie Sturbo. The keeper. No, there's just too much of a gap. Goes between first and second slip. That's because the keeper's up to the stumps and they try to cover the keeper's position. Well, that's a missed opportunity. This could have been so much worse for the Redbacks. It could have been so much worse. Missed run out. Missed opportunity in the slips. It just goes straight between first and second because they're too far wide. Here it is again. So it was Sanga's going to play those. Yep, between first and second. Between first and second slip. Because when the keeper comes up to the stumps, he's got more to cover. So what the fielders have done there, so it looks like second slip is wide. He's trying to cover a third slip. So if he's got more opportunity, if it does go to third slip, he can catch it. But the problem is he's so wide. They're wide of each other. And the ball goes, because the ball's travelling 125, 130 Ks, you only get a second to react. But this could have been so much worse for the Redbacks. Missed opportunity in the run out, and now a missed opportunity in the slips. Could have been 5 for 90. And we would have been in absolute all sorts of trouble. So lunch break will be in the next 20 minutes. We'll take a 40-minute break. I'll leave the stream. Hopefully I don't have to make a new broadcast. That would be pretty shit. But if the stream does end, don't worry. I will make a new one. You're more than welcome to join me on that. Down leg side again. Sanga plays that for 4. I just updated the scoreboard just then. I'm going to have to do it once more. He moves to 36. And we've hit the 100 mark. We've hit the 100 mark. We still need 169 more runs. So we need one of these, either Hunt, Sanger, Lehman, Scott, Carey to make a big 100 here. Run rate's 3.5. It's pretty good. As long as. Well, the good news is with run rate, the batsmen that come Lehman, Liam Scott, Carey, Menenti, they're all power hitters. They all like to keep the run rates going, so the run rate shouldn't be a problem. It's not like we're going to be at day 3 and we're still batting while still behind. So it's not like that's going to happen. It's good over, 6 from it. Good over. Also, with the lunch break, it gives me a good opportunity to charge my phone. Good over, 6 from it. 6 from the over. "20 minutes away, or probably 5 overs away from the lunch break." See, why are both batsmen having a drink? You've just had that. This annoys me in cricket. Don't need a drinks break. You had one an hour ago. There's only 20 minutes until tea. This is where umpires need to show common sense and say, mate, wait 20 minutes. 5 overs. Change of bowler. Sean Abbott is into the attack. He's bowled well, Sean Abbott, really well. 1 for 10 off 8 overs. I'm assuming Hatchett will come on as well. So it'll be Hatchett and Abbott for next 4 to 5 overs before they take lunch. But Abbott and Hatchett have bowled really good. And Sanger and Hunt, they don't really need to do anything stupid here. Oh, full ball by Abbott. Seamed into Sanger. Has missed the edge, has missed the stumps, has missed everything. Goodness gracious me. This is Abbott's stats. He's only played 2 matches, 6 wickets, bowling average of 20. He took 6 for 18 in his last match before the Christmas break. Oh, missed opportunity there by Sanger. That was short and wide, and he mistimed it. Yeah, Abbott is a different bowler. He'd be bowling a little bit quicker than the rest of the pace. He actually probably would be the quickest, by the way, Abbott. So it does skid, and he's a skidder. So the ball does skid on off the pitch. So you get a little bit less time than a traditional orthodox bowler who bowls seam up. Nicely played. It's a good over this by Abbott. Just one. Well, there's one ball left, but so far just one off it. And I'm pretty confident. This ball will be a dot. So I'm going to put it in the scoreboard. Hopefully it's a dot. I don't have to change it again. Same ball, exactly how I liked it. All right, we're back. Sorry about that. I had a phone call. How dare people ring me up while I'm doing a live stream? We have a spinner on. We have a spinner, Davies, coming into the attack. They have not picked a frontline spinner, New South Wales, for this game. There's no Nathan Lyon, who actually does play Shield. He does like playing his Shield cricket, but he is injured, and they've gave him another week. So here comes the part-timer, Davies. But Davies bowled a couple of weeks ago against South Australia. He was actually pretty decent. So see how he goes here on a different pitch. In a single, straight away. So I think they just want to get the overs through and then let Abbott get as many overs as he can before lunch. Update the scoreboard. No, I'm going to wait till the end of the over because it's a spinner. So unless there's a boundary, if there's a boundary, he's going through them pretty quickly. It's the end of the over. Wow, he went through that very quickly. So I think that's the idea, to get Abbott to bowl as many overs as he can before lunch. Just one from it. Uh, 39. There goes the hospital helicopter that is on the building, on top of the roof. We saw that arrive earlier. Nice red helicopter. You can see it in the background there. It's very nice. So Abbott comes in. Oh, a little tempter. Wide outside off, and that was the ball saying, hit me. Do your best. And Sanger said, no, we're gonna halt. We're not gonna do anything silly before lunch. Just 10 minutes away. So I reckon Abbott will have 3 overs. Oh, return catch for Abbott. Couldn't get it done. Just out of his reach. It was a bit straighter. It was a lot straighter than his last ball. That was a bit of a wide and hit me ball. It's good bowling by Sean Abbott. Almost got the return catch. And they pick up a couple here. In fact, it went for 4. It went for 4. So a straight drive that was a little bit too straight. And Abbott almost got the runs. Almost. Got the runs, got the wicket. Oh, mistimed drive. It almost finds its way to Sam Contis there at mid-wicket. So Abbott's getting the ball to talk here. Oh, a big drive by Hunt and just leading edge to almost to semi-conscious at mid-wicket. He's pretty deep there, Sam Conscious. I wonder if he would have moved up a couple of... Oh, he's walking in the bowler, so that's fair enough. It's left alone. If a wicket does fall here, lunch will be taken. Because we're inside that 10-minute thing. We're inside that 10-minute zone. Oh, he's getting the ball, it's seeming. He's getting the ball to talk, Sean Abbott. That was a late play by Hunt. He didn't really time that. Comes down the pitch and gives it a bit of a tap with his bat. This is a good over by Sean Abbott. Really good over. So Henry Hunt, 15 innings, 466 runs, an average of 33. Yeah, a lot of ducks in those innings. A couple of ducks, a couple of second innings ducks. His consistency is the biggest issue. It's the biggest issue for me. Abbott, sucker ball, not played. That's the end of the over. And look at the helicopter take off. There she goes. So Davies will continue with spin. Dot ball. Have a look at that. Look at that helicopter. That is right over the ground. Look at the players. They're looking up in the sky. That helicopter has gone over the ground, over the pitch. Geez, what's the rule there? Smacked by Sanger. That is high in the air. That is out of the ground. It almost hit the helicopter. It almost hit the helicopter. I don't know what the rule would have been, but it is out of the ground. And 6. Oh, just maybe one bound. We might need to look at replays of this. We might need to use the KO footage. No, that's 6. That's a big hit. It goes to 48. Zocchi was trying to aim for that helicopter. I don't know what the rule would have been there. I remember during the Big Bash with the roof, the Etihad. If it hits the roof, it's a dead ball. We saw that a couple of times this season or last season, what do you want to call it? Sanger did his best there. He is absolutely motoring through this, Joel Davies. That's the end of the over. That 6 was the second ball of the over. That's how quick it went. So the trail by 155 with 7 wickets in hand. A lot of batting to come. Alex Carey's in next. Jake Lehman, Liam Scott, Ben Menenti. Though Ben Menenti's more of a slogger, he could make 30 off 10 or get out first ball. Abbott comes in, short ball. Probably be his last. No, he'll have one more after this. He might get one more in after this. He might. It's good bowling this by Sean Abbott. He's just putting it around line and length. Just see if the batsman will play at it. Good ball there. Sucker ball there by Abbott, not played. I reckon he'll get one more over in Abbott. Oh. So this is where the batsman should do some gardening, waste a bit of the clock here. So 3 minutes before lunch, this is where the batsman should just hold up play. That's what Hunt is doing. Abbott's a little bit frustrated there. He's ready to go. Hunt's holding him up. Beautifully well played by Hunt. And that's the end of the over. So it just turned 12:28. And I think that will be Abbott's last over unless Davies absolutely motors this. Short ball, that has gone absolute miles. There's no doubt about this one. Well, that probably will be lunch after this over. And it goes all the way for 6. Good luck finding that ball into the snake pit. That has gone a mile. That's almost in the car park. That is near the fence, near the car park. The kids go absolutely mental. So that's going to waste some time. So that's good batting there by Sanger. That's really good batting. the kids are just throwing it around each other past the parcel. That's going to waste time. Well done, kids. Resume. So there's about 30 seconds to bowl 4 balls here. And this will be the last over. This will be tea. There'll be a 40-minute break. I will go off camera to get my lunch. That's 50 by Singer, by the way. That is 50 to Singer, by the way. So we're actually 54. I'm pretty confident that this ball would be a dot ball. He's not going to play a big shot on the last ball of the over before lunch. He's not going to do that. Though to be fair, he threw it up there, Davies, but he just defended it, Sanger, and that is indeed the lunch break. Or is it? Or is it? Players are rushing. We're going to have another. I just turned 12:30. There we go. So the rule is the umpires have to be in position. The umpire, a square leg, was not in position. Off we go for lunch break. So I'll be back in 40 minutes' time. I'll get my own lunch, which will probably be a couple of chicken wings. I don't know. We'll find something in 40 minutes. It won't be 40-minute noodles. That's for damn sure. But we'll be back in 40 minutes' time. Hopefully no new stream has to be made. Hopefully I can just leave and then the stream will still go.